Do I pick the blue one or the red one or the purple one or the green one? It's all the same, they're a color. Most agents aren't lazy, they're overwhelmed. Burnout doesn't come from doing too little. It comes from doing too much of the wrong stuff. If you're tired, frustrated, or feeling like you're always chasing the next deal, you're not broken, your system is. My name is Garth Ward. I've helped hundreds of agents across the country and in my brokerage when I used to own one with 4 offices and 137 agents grow their businesses to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, and some very close to 7 figures. I now do multiple coaching platforms and things like that, but if you're looking for more information and a way to partner with me or have a deeper conversation, click a link in the description below and we can have a conversation about anything you want real estate related. No fee, no obligation. Now let's hop straight into the burnout loop. And this is something that I don't think people talk about enough. Number one, everybody has a burnout loop. You're consistently chasing leads without any follow-up rhythm and no system connected to it. You're saying yes to every single thing and not setting any boundaries or communication boundaries. You're emotionally tied to every single outcome of the prospecting methods that you have because you have a deep-rooted fear of rejection that we're hopefully going to be able to overcome. And you're over-reliant on motivation instead of a framework and a structure to your day that you can consistently operate from. That's all of your problem in a nutshell. So let's go through what a top producer does to contrast that and why they don't have those same types of issues. The first thing that they do, and this is something you've heard parroted a lot, is they work from systems and they don't work and operate out of sprints. I'll give you a basic example. If you're a person that wants to grow your business from cold calling, what I would tell you is find a number of calls that you can make consistently every single weekday and do that every single weekday. Do not come in and say, I'm going to do 1,000 cold calls, and you do your 1,000 cold calls, and then because you're worn out, you're burnt out, you're tired of the rejection, you now stop and you don't do anything for a month or two. And then at the end of 2 months, which could have been 50 different days, you've now done 1,000 cold calls. Had you done 100 calls per day in each one of those weekdays, all of a sudden you would have done substantially more overall work. And that workload completely combined is going to be what helps you grow. That mixed with the ratio of your conversions is going to be the fastest indicator of how you can grow. So number one, they work off of systems, not off of sprints. They set up a metric that they can follow. The next piece is having niche clarity. They know who they want to serve and they speak to that audience. They learn how to properly speak and articulate their value and create differentiation in the market center. If you are like every single other agent that's talking and you are not different than anybody else, why pick you? Do I pick the blue one or the red one or the purple one or the green one? It's all the same, they're a color. But if you can stand alone, separate yourself from the pack, that is what creates a top producing agent. The next piece is having a consistent daily rhythm, making sure that you move the needle of your business in 2 to 3 key tasks, whether that's make sure this one goes pending, make sure to get a buyer consult, make sure to get a lead, make sure to do this open. You have to have measurable outcomes connected to moving the needle of your business every single day. If you don't, I can't tell you that you're consistently growing your business, and you can't either. And make sure that those needle movements are measurable, because if they're not measurable, we don't know if you're actually completing them. And the last piece that a top producer does is they have a coach or a mentor. Again, you can click the link in the description. We can talk about all the different ways that we can partner together, but here's the reality. I've been in the business for 13 years. I've sold over $1.3 billion worth of real estate, everything from $10,000 to $21.7 million. And I can tell you, I personally have a coach. I personally have mentors in different spaces of my life today. And so should you, especially if you're trying to get somewhere and get somewhere quickly and efficiently and avoid the common hurdles and mistakes for whatever goal that you're trying to achieve. Now let's try to figure out how to fix the problem. Let's start with doing a basic energy audit. And that's by looking at your calendar. And let's look at how much time you're spending wasting time. Just time sucking, scrolling the internet. And I would argue, if you were to pull out your phone right now and look at your time usages and the social media results, you would probably be astounded that you're not working as much as you believe that you are working. Unless you are being truly social on social media, messaging people, commenting on things, posting and creating the content, you are not being productive. The next thing is creating content blocks or calendar blocks. That means you're actually going to create specific areas of your day that are directed specifically towards tasks. That could be making sure that this time of the day is for clients. This time of the day is for building out content. This time of the day is for prospecting. This time of the day is for closings and operating inside of the business of the transactions that I'm doing. If you have that built out framework, all you have to do is be a good, strong leader for yourself. Be a good boss that holds you accountable. And if you need any accountability partner, people say go get a partner. That's not the best. Go get an accountability coach. That is what's going to make a difference. Then you need to understand the difference between working in your business and on your business. There is a difference between doing busy work and doing work that actually builds the business's revenue. And I would say take every task that you complete consistently on a daily basis and categorize them in those two buckets. Your main goal is fill most of your time with the bucket that drives your revenue. Your secondary goal, if you've completed the primary goal, is to do the rest of it. Now, those are the two main focuses. Outside of that, you have brand. That's more of a passive structure to potentially grow your revenue. But what I would argue is if you're not already at six figures or you're not already at multiple six figures in this business, you need to primarily focus on revenue driving activities and solely revenue driving activities based on prospecting active and close to hot leads. These are basic metrics. I want you to be focusing on cold calling, door knocking, and doing open houses the way that I say to do them. You do those three things in conjunction with consistently posting on social media platforms, in conjunction with adding yourself onto all of the different passively created lead platforms that you pay for closings on the back end. There is no reason that in 2026 that you are not closing over $100,000 in gross commission income. And if you have any questions about that, if you have any thought in your mind that you cannot complete that, I would urge you reach out to me. I have never worked with a single person who I have not been able to get to multiple six figures almost immediately. And the reality is this, and this is the hard one to face, and it's this. If you are not hitting the goals that you said that you wanted to in 2025, it is because you did not complete the actions that you would have had to do to complete that goal. My job is to make sure that you complete those actions and become extremely efficient at those actions to make sure that that doesn't happen again in 2026. 2026 starts soon. People don't think about it this way. We're almost starting Q4. Q4 is what determines what happens in Q1. We live in a business that operates almost solely on what I like to call an echo effect. You do something now, you reap what you did 2 to 4 months later. Because of that, if you want to hit your goals in 2026, you have to change your attitudes, your parameters, your prospecting methods, your calendar, and your behavior. And this is what people don't want to tell you. They want to tell you, just do one or two things. That's better than the nothing you're doing today. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you the truth, and you're going to have to radically shift your business. You're going to have to radically shift your mindset. And if you're not willing to do it, you might as well get out of the business today, because you will not stay in the business, as we're seeing a consolidation of all of the business into the top 1% of all agents. If you will not compete, it doesn't make sense to stay. Again, my name is Garth Ward. Click the link in the description below if you want to have a free, no obligation consultation with me about coaching, partnering, or anything real estate related. I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.